My childhood memories are obviously filled a lot with the music and the dance that my mom brought to the family. Being at home in my mom's dance class, sitting behind her, watching this kind of world unfold, her dance performances and being totally in awe with the lights and being backstage. That actually is the biggest influence that I've had when I was younger.
My mother, Miss Eshwar, she had a Bharatnatyam recital in 2010 based on the concept of flight and its evolution in Indian mythology. It seemed super contemporary, and so we adapted it as the backdrop to our video game. With time, we realized that Antariksha Sanchar could be more than just that, and that's when this dance opera with live music and visuals was born.
I've heard about Murthovic for a long time. He's considered what they would call a producer's producer. Working with him is super interesting because I feel like he understands what's going on. He's also committed and he most probably knows more about it than me. That kind of triggered this idea that we could work on this project together. So the interesting part of where we are today is the fact that we started with a dance performance 7 years back. There was a chance to actually program Antariksha Sanchar in 2010, where it felt like, well, this is really interesting and I want to do it some more, by seeking a collaboration for it with other artists. And then how it became a video game was essentially that we got a small grant to explore the idea for a video game over 3 months. That was around the time that the show had happened, and when we were looking for an idea for the game, we said, wow, this is perfect for a video game. Antariksha Sanchar is a speculative science fiction video game. It follows the journey of a small and yet remarkable family in South India, living in a temple town in the early 1900s. The main protagonists are my mom, Jayalakshmi Eshwar, and her son, inspired by the Indian mathematician Srinivas Ramanujan, and his grandfather. The game is really about Ramanujan's adventure as he tries to find a way to leave Earth and travel to outer space and land on Mars and explore the universe. Thanks to my mom and her creativity, she took the game concept and translated it into a show with me.
Oh, hi, Ramanujan, how are you? I hope you're wearing your spectacles.
Are the ones I generally wear fine?
Yeah. Actually, whatever you're comfortable with. If you don't want to wear, don't wear. But it looks nice also. Amma, let Amma decide.
Ramanujan.
Amma will decide.
Philosophy of life I've learned through dance, and dance has been my journey in life. How to blend these two different generations, trying to come together using these present generation's taste. We have to find a via media in these two. Their concept is different and my concepts are different. Sometimes you'll just bring on some animation. You will say now, Ramanujan will say climbing to one room. Then he put, can I put swirly vessel like music, sir, like he's climbing. So I said, Avi, anybody will like all this? He said, no, mommy, I want to be different. I want to bring a cultural aspect. Dance is for me is like a language of communication. You can communicate any topic what you want. It's like a three-dimensional things what we are trying to do. The classical with electronic music, graphics, everything put together. For me, any new production is a challenge. See, one has to understand it's a three different group of people. Then each group has got a different artist.
I've met Avi during club gigs and festivals. That's when he mentioned about the story and told me about the project that he's doing, and then he asked me if I would be interested to work with him on this. I heard the story, it was amazing. All of this actually comes from a story that Mrs. Jayalakshmi has been working on for at least 2+ decades. I was immediately interested and I was like, okay, let's do it. It's difficult to come out as a house and techno and sort of electronic music producer and approach classical music. So I've had to internalize a new sort of routine for myself. Now I wake up to a Shruti or a new raga that I need to learn. I envisioned this to be a live scoring band playing music for the situation, where I had to gather a bunch of people who are like-minded, who are good Carnatic musicians but are open to different kinds of things, modern day electronic music and also like this sort of theatrical cinematic depiction. The idea of musicians being on stage with the storytelling, that was probably the first time I actually went into a direction of how to approach, and I discussed with Avi and Ma'am and they were happy about it.
Acha,
5 to 6 minutes.
ठीक है.
5 to 6 minutes.
We have to hurry it up so that I want to practice first, no?
लास्ट वाला ही कोच चेंज था वो भी कर लेंगे, मैंने बना दिया वो.
Now, ma'am, just add on something.
Like myself, Murthovic also encompasses these kind of two worlds of South Indian culture and the electronic music scene.
Each one approach to music is different. So it is how we blend together. With more time, we are able to do it together. It's like a give and take. Whenever we are working together, there's no rigid thing, this is right, this is wrong.
I saw the amount of work she's done and the kind of discipline and the kind of knowledge she has. It was really inspiring to see somebody doing so many things with so much of passion and energy. So it really inspired me on a personal level to work with somebody like that.
And that makes it very easy for us to understand each other without necessarily having to explain what is traditional, what is not, and what's that sweet spot, things like that. And I think that's amazing.
I'm so tired right now, but I have not slept in 3 days.
How are the nerves though? You feeling good?
A show like ours falls on a sweet spot, I feel, between these various worlds, whether it's ancient or futuristic, trying to find that harmony between all these kind of contrasts. That's hopefully a big reason why we can pack up a hall when the shows start happening.
Yo, are you connected?
Yeah, tension free, feeling just relaxed now. We did a prayer also, so.
You did a prayer? Even I was thinking of doing a prayer.
I did a prayer, so that was good. Everybody's feeling good.
Okay, I think you have 10 minutes left, guys.
Okay, ma'am.
Let's
Thank
go
you so
out,
much,
have
ma'am.
fun.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
Yo.
Enjoy yourself. Huh? Okay, good. All the hard work. Enjoy it.
Yeah, let's enjoy it. Yeah. Cheers.
You have to have a challenge in life to push yourself forward. Without that, life is not interesting. This is a challenge. So we are pushing ourselves forward against a lot of odds. Everybody has to come together with the knowledge and bring out that whole music and the dance together.